YouTube, my name is Mesa Sean, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 Season of the Worthy news video. Alright folks, sit back because we have a ton of stuff to go over. Apologies for my voice. Yes, I am really sick right now, and cue in the comment section all the funny jokes I got on my previous video and also stream yesterday, and we had an awesome stream. You guys are absolutely incredible. Anyway, we have a ton of stuff to go over. My friend Timesplitter and I have been just combing through the internet, finding every little thing that you need to know about Season of the Worthy, and a ton of secrets, exotics, quests, and hidden things. And I'm going to be giving away a set of Astro A50s at the end of the video, so make sure you stick around to the end. I am sponsored by Astro, and if you're looking to get yourself an upgrade on your headset and get a discount, click the link in the description on all Astro products. All right, I don't use the Astro A50s. I use the A40s with the little mix amp because I sit up close to my PC, but the A50s are pretty much the equivalent of the A40s, except they are wireless, so you could use them on console, PC, PS4, whatever. Wait, console is the same as PS4. Sorry, I am really sick and my head feels like a frozen pineapple. All right, let's get into this news video. And if you enjoy it, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and let's do it. First off, Season of the Worthy did ship with a number of issues, but Bungie was cool enough to put out a whole thread of tweets, which we're going to go through right now. So if you've been playing, you might have seen some of these before, but if you've not logged in yet, well, we're going to go through them right now. The first thing to note, swapping energy on a fully masterworked and modded armor piece will incorrectly show that it can no longer be upgraded. Remember, we can swap elements now. If you encounter this, please exit and re-enter the armor detail screen, which will allow you to upgrade the armor piece. Next up, the planetary material auto collection bunker upgrade is not awarding the correct number of planetary resources. Next one we have is during the authentication protocol quest step in the Seraph Warset network quest, players need to speak to Rasputin over on Io. Now, with regards to Trials of Osiris emblems and collection category cannot be viewed until a player has earned an item in those categories. The Seraph public event completions triumph is only tracking successful public event completions. There is no heroic version of this public event. With regards to the Crucible, on the Eternity map in the Countdown Crucible game mode, the bomb placements and waypoints are in the incorrect locations or do not show up during the first round. Also, the Rifle Reserves mod is not granting extra rifle ammo reserves. Next up, some Seraph bunker upgrades list incorrect requirements. Here are the correct ones. EDZ Tier 1 requires completing challenges from Zavala, Shax, The Drifter, Banshee 44, or Hawthorne. The IO Tier 1 requires completing Flashpoint, Dungeon, or Raid challenges. Now, we don't have the Moon Seraph Tower just yet, but there is some incorrect requirements as of right now. So they say the correct ones are Moon Tier 1 requires completing strikes, Crucible matches, Gambit matches, and Nightmare Hunt challenges. And they say we will be monitoring player reports on our help forum at Bungie.net, and we'll be updating our top issues articles as big issues arise. So I will link that in the description. If you see something, report it over to Bungie.net. The exotic shotgun from Destiny 1, the Fourth Horseman, is indeed back. Now, this weapon is going to be a quest weapon. A number of the steps are in the database on light.gg, but we don't know a whole lot about it and when it's actually going to hit. Remember, Bungie said they want to kind of make the roadmap a little vague in terms of not spoiling things, but we will get the quest at some point here. But let's take a look at the stats here, and of course the perks. So for stats, we have impact of 80, range of 30, stability of 27, handling of 35, reload speed of 42. It's going to fire 100 rounds per minute and have 4 rounds in the magazine. Now, the main perk is called Thunderer. This weapon's rate of fire is increased significantly and fires full auto. In terms of the other traits, we have Arrowhead Break, Assault Mag, then we have Broadside. Each successive shot has more damage and more spread. And then lastly, it has Fitted Stock. Now, there's also a catalyst for the Fourth Horseman, and it says it's called, and its name is Death. That's going to be the perk we get. Adds an additional round to the magazine and increases reload speed. But real quick, look above perks. Why does it say reload speed 40 and magazine of 10? There's no way they're going to give us a Fourth Horseman with the catalyst done with 10 rounds. Could you imagine that, a Fourth Horseman with 10 rounds? That would be pretty awesome. So, I don't know. I think that's just a mistake on light.gg. We have a new exotic auto rifle called Tommy's Matchbook, and it's, well, a Tommy gun, but it's an auto rifle that fires 720 rounds per minute, and you'll notice I'm hip firing the whole time because that plays into its perks. Now, if you've got the premium track for the season pass, you get it right away at rank 1. If you don't, you will get it at, I think, rank 35. It's really fun. Fires 720 rounds per minute, and it does solar damage. Now, the main perk is Ignition Trigger. Sustained fire with this weapon overheats it, increasing damage, but burns the user. And then its second main trait is called Heat Sink. Overheat damage is reduced while not aiming down sights. Now, here's the thing. It cannot kill you, okay? What it does is it brings you down pretty low in health, and then an ad could just one-shot you. But I did some testing where I just kept firing and firing and firing the weapon to try to kill myself, and it won't actually kill you. But I did find in a lot of bad situations, if I was not hip firing and I was aiming down sight, I was definitely low on health, and an ad would just come over and one-shot me. There also is a catalyst in the database, but I have no idea how you actually get it, and it will grant you a perk called Heat of the Moment. While Ignition Trigger is active, your health recovers much faster. So yeah, really, really fun gun, and let me know in the comment section, what do you think of it so far? Have you used it in PvP? I've just been using it in PvE in between nursing my cold and creating content for you guys. We've got some other things added to the database that are interesting, but what's really interesting is that we're getting the dungeon over on the moon, the Pit of Heresy, at Legend. So my question is, well, what's it gonna, like, what's the incentive to do it? Is it just going to be another pinnacle drop? Because right now you get one pinnacle drop. What is it going to be, 2 pinnacle drops? Unless they're adding some new loot to it, but I'm not hedging my bets that they're going to add new loot to the dungeon. Although I feel like the dungeon, it's a really fun player experience, the dungeon on the moon, but it needs more loot, not just the moon loot that you get from Eris Morn, and it needs at least 1 or 2 more pinnacle drops, because what's the incentive? We all just get boss checkpoints every week. Kill the boss to get that pinnacle drop. The database also updated with the Ordeal Grandmaster Nightfall Strikes. We've got the Broodhold is in there now. Exodus Crash. I know no one's going to want to do that one. I know I can't stand that strike. We've got the Arms Dealer, the Insight Terminus, Tree of Probabilities, and the Warden of Nothing. Sound off in the comment section which one of those is going to be the one that you want to do, and which ones do you not want to do. A lot of folks on stream were asking, where are the ritual weapons? Well, Dylan tweeted out, Season of the Worthy will only contain one. That's going to be for Iron Banner, and this is it right here, the Point of the Stag. How do you guys feel about that in the comment section? I know myself, I mean, when they went from Pinnacle to Ritual, I kind of lost, well, I lost my interest, really. Last season, I only got the sidearm, the Buzzard, because I used Devil's Ruin so much, but I didn't even grind for the shotgun from the Drifter or the Linear Fusion from Shaxx, although I should get that shotgun. I know it's pretty good, but how do you guys feel about this? So let's take a look at the stats. You can see them on screen, but let's talk about the traits. So you have an Elastic String, and you have Natural Fletching. Now, you could choose between No Distractions, or you could choose from Archer's Tempo. So Archer's Tempo is draw time decreases after every precision hit. No Distractions is aiming this weapon for a short period, reduces flinch, and then lastly, you can go with Vorpal Weapon, increases damage against bosses, vehicles, and guardians with their super active, or Eye of the Storm. This weapon becomes more accurate and boosts your handling as your health gets lower. And as of recording this video, it looks like we do have the quest line for the 4th Horseman. At first, we thought this was for the machine gun. There is a new exotic machine gun in the game. It's not in the database, and we found this quest, and I was going to go over it as the machine gun quest, but it looks like this is going to be for the 4th Horseman. So the steps are, enter the vault, gain access to the vault through a secret pathway in Zavala's office. Then we have missing in action, return to Zavala and inform him the weapon is missing from the vault. Then we have fresh lead. See if Anna has some tech to help track the missing weapon. Then we have on the hunt. Collect intel for Anna by defeating Cabal or completing public events on Mars. Then you need to return to Anna, take the collected intel back to Anna, and see what she can discover. Then we have in the shadows. Anna will need you to bring her some information from Callus's double agents in the Red Legion. Defeat Scions and loot Cabal chests to gather it. Then we have under our nose. Now that you've gathered intel from Callus's agents, see if Benedict 9940 can be persuaded to help. Then we have dirty work. Benedict needs you to eliminate the encryption signals coming from the EDZ, defeat combatants, complete public events, and complete patrols. Then we have rein it in, return to Benedict 9940, and then finally we have lost and found. Benedict has given you the location of the missing weapon weapon in exchange for using this Cabal Slayer to smash the Red Legion. You know what? I think that is the machine gun quest, guys, because everything is related to the Cabal and everything is related to Mars. And the exotic machine gun we see here in a really quick clip right after this matchbook. There it is right there. Now, what does that look like? It looks just like Valis Ta'Arek's weapon in Destiny 1. And all of those steps, I'm looking at it again right now. Everything is Mars and Cabal, and Valis Ta'Arek was on Mars, and that clearly looks just like his weapon. So I'm going to go on a limb here and say, yeah, that's got to be the machine gun quest. When that will hit, we don't know. The exotic hand cannon Lumina now has a catalyst, and it looks like when you upgrade it, you get 2 noble rounds per kill. Now, if you want to finish this up quickly, if you do get the catalyst, and it looks like the catalyst does drop randomly, or at least a number of people tweeted me that over on Twitter, the Void Spirit on Reddit posted this: how to finish up your Lumina catalyst quickly. Just head on over to the Tribute Hall with one other person. Spawn in the Shank and the Thrall, stand between them, and kill them over and over again while shooting the noble rounds at your partner. Should only take about 10 minutes. And then lastly, a few things before we get into the giveaway. It looks like no more DDoSing. Looks like Bungie is hiding our IP. I'll link a thread in the description that talks about all the details behind what they're using in terms of the Steam network sockets, but they say TLDR, you can no longer be DDoSed. Your IP is hidden from other players in the game, but they say, I should be clear, there are other ways to leak your IP address to an attacker, so practice good internet hygiene, but the game itself does not leak your IP anymore. Apparently, all over Reddit, it was stated that the Prime Engrams that are dropping now have good stats finally. Thank goodness. Tired of getting bad stat rolls on all my legendary gear. Also, the Sanguine Alchemy, the Warlock exotic. So they changed it up, right? The main perk is Blood Magic, which the perk now is weapon kills while standing in any rift will pause the rift's countdown, extending its duration. Further kills maintain and extend the length of the pause. Well, someone posted over on Reddit that it does not work in your Well of Radiance. This is strictly just for rifts. So let's get into the Astro A50 giveaway. So what you need to do is be a subscriber, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and you need to leave me a comment, but also follow me on Twitter at Mesa Sean. And in your comment, leave me an impression, your first initial impressions of Season of the Worthy, or if you've not played it, just say, I have not played it. And in that same comment, make sure you put your Twitter handle. And then a week from now, I will randomly pick a winner from the comment section, and then I will DM you on Twitter, get your information in terms of your address, and it is international, US, whatever, and I will have Astro ship you out a brand new set of Astro A50. So leave a comment, just leave me your first impressions of the DLC, or if you've not played it, but make sure you put that Twitter handle in there, and make sure you follow me on Twitter at Mesa Sean. All right, that's it, guys. Do me a favor, leave me a hashtag made it to the end. If you did make it to the end of my horrible voice 2 octaves lower for being sick, and I'm going to try to get some rest tonight. So that's it, guys. Drop a like in this video only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter at Mesa Sean. Check out my stream. You usually know it's on YouTube, and that's it. I am out of here like Vladimir.